Does your student have an IEP or a 504? The ACT just came out with very important information that is so important that I wanted to actually read it to you. So they came out to say that if a student already has an IEP or a 504 plan, they will automatically be approved for the accommodations on the ACT that match what they've already been getting in school. So beginning with the 2021 to 22 testing year for the ACT, that means starting with September of 2021, so the very next test. Students who already receive accommodations at their school under the Individuals with Disabilities Act or Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act will automatically be eligible to receive the allowable testing accommodations that they are getting and using at school. So this is important for parents and teachers to know when you are sitting there for your 504 or your IEP meeting this year. So think about what students will need on the ACT. Janet Godwin, the ACT CEO, said that students with disabilities already face many barriers in their lives, and we don't want the accommodations process for taking the ACT to be one of them. It has been. And lately, it's like they must have been making a decision or something and decided to do this because in the past, I want to say 6 months, maybe to a year, people who really deserved accommodations and had 504 plans and had IEP plans and were using them were getting denied by the ACT. So this is a game changer. It is a 180 turnaround and very, very important. So they're also updating their system for requesting accommodation. So they're going to require less information. So parents, ask your school guidance counselors. They should have gotten an email from the ACT explaining this. And it makes sense because they say that they're aligning to a standard that's already applied in schools, right? We already have to meet incredible standards to apply for and get accommodations for our students, our children at school. The last thing that I want to tell you about this is if your child is in middle school or junior high and it comes to the IEP meeting and they seem to be doing okay, and you're tempted to reduce your accommodations that the student is getting in school and say, oh, well, they don't really need that. Think forward to when they take their ACT. Will they need extra time on their ACT? Will they need multiple days? If they have dyslexia, will they have a reader? Because here's what I have found as a tutor. Students think that they don't use their IEP accommodations, and it's only because they're working like crazy at night, at home. They are putting extra effort. It just becomes less visible as students develop coping mechanisms to be able to deal with their issues. It's not that the dyslexia got better. It's not that the ADHD got better, unfortunately. It's that the student got better at learning how to cope with it, which is great. I mean, that is a wonderful thing for their life. I'm telling you, the ACT brings it all back. So a student can be going on, get A's and B's freshman year, sophomore year, everything seems good. It seems like they don't need that extra time. And then they start taking the ACT, start practicing for the ACT, and boom, it just seems like this test, being a valid and reliable test, does bring out evidence of those issues. So I'd like you to think about that and do some research on your own. There's a lot more than just this press release. You can right here at act.org accommodations. It says in the accommodations and English learner supports. This isn't just for English learner supports. It's for all the accommodations. So it gives you all the information of what to do. It gives you their policy. It explains national testing versus special testing, gives you the special testing windows. And I recommend that if your student has extra time, try your best to get them to do that over multiple days, because by adding the extra time, now a 3-hour test becomes a 4.5-hour test. And just that can kind of hinder them because they're exhausted. So just wanted to let y'all know that. This is Laura with Link Private Tutoring. We do have 4 spots available for our next class that starts August 1st for students to prepare for the September and the October ACT test.